What's wrong with the people? What's wrong with the companies? What's wrong with everybody? What is the problem with you? Why you're threatening people like something? Why there is a threat among the people? Why you are making people so insecure? I could not able to understand you big heads in the management making each and every employee insecure.
Alright, welcome to Speak and Boom with Sashiko. Today we are going to speak. I'm going to just give an awareness to the IT community, the developer community, the technocrat community, the BPO community, communities that is running in private job and technology sector regarding the advancement of AI in each and every department. First of all, I just need to give some explanation to my listeners that why my accent is different. The accent which I am speaking is which I used to speak in podcast. My accent had changed like this on speaking a lot of podcasts, on putting a lot of podcasts. My accent literally it got changed on seeing a lot of YouTube videos and everything. There is a complete transformation of my accent because of this. Usually, when I speak in a mother tongue, it will be completely different. So, my accent completely got changed because of the expressions which I need to give, the stresses, pauses which I need to give. So, because of this, my accent is completely changed. This is not my fake accent. Literally, I just want to express you in this accent. I'm not showing off anything. There is nothing to show me off. Even there is no monetization in my country for the podcast. So I'm not going to gain anything. I'm just gain new followers, new friends, new ventures. So not only I'm just putting podcasts for my fans, I'm also putting it for myself also. So I will also get to know what is the impact of my podcast in communities. So there are a lot of things that I also need to give some explanation about. And again, I'm saying that my accent got changed because of this. Because of giving a lot of podcast, my accent completely got changed. I'm not speaking in a fake accent, literally. This is me from ABC. Today we are going to see how artificial intelligence is destroying people's workforce, how artificial intelligence has making people unemployed, how artificial intelligence is going to reduce the people's workforce and make people lay off unemployed everything. Blah blah blah. Stop this kind of idiotic news channels, interesting, uninteresting news channels that is going to instill fear in people's mindset. Stop watching these kind of idiotic things. This Polayadi news channels are literally trying to make people run amok. Oh my god, this is going to be the most disastrous thing. AI is an invention. AI is a breakthrough. AI has made the world easier. There are a lot of positive things that we need to focus on. Why everyone is putting so negative toxicity on artificial intelligence? It's very idiotic thing. Even the normal tech vloggers or podcasters are roasting AI. How AI will be responsible for
the people's job reduction. I'm not even sure about how this is happening. I'm very surprised how can AI can take over some other's position. I am literally confused, mind blown of this idiocracy people are speaking about. People are saying AI will take hundreds and thousands of people's jobs. Are you making fun of the technology? Are you blaming technology? How technology can be blamed for the people's job? How technology can able to replace people's job? Technology does not replace people's jobs. Technology creates jobs. More the technology is growing, more the people's requirement is necessary. Even the devil let it come. Even there might be lot of things might come. But still, there will be a demand growing. New demand will be growing. If there is a new technology coming, there will be demand literally grows. There cannot be layoffs. In one sector, another sector will start to grow. There is not going to be any layoffs. There is not going to be any job shortage. This is all just an illusion people are trying to put into the minds of people. Especially these news channels. I'm going to slap a shit on them.
Why, Dada? Why?
This
Why?
is business.
This is my sweat.
I know, but I did business.
Shut up! Shut up!
Hey, you're listening to this podcast right now? You're going to be jobless in the next 5 minutes. So you need to learn about artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, deep learning to survive into this job market. So check in the description below to learn much about these skills for Meta Python. Stop. Who are you? Get out. Just allow me to do my podcast. What kind of advertising are these things? What kind of fearing advertising is? Fear mongering, the IT professionals, the young college goers, the school studying children, everyone is now confused because of these kind of advertising. This kind of advertising is not fair. You can market your course, but you should not go beyond the limits. There is something called as personal security. You are literally, you are threatening them to buy your course. I don't need to name any of the influencers. They are doing their business, that's fine. But these kind of things should not be promoted. So it should not be promoted, these kind of things. These kind of marketing your course is not fine. And many people are being laid off. Not because of the artificial intelligence also. There is a lot of factors for a person need to be laid off. Either the project has been completed or they don't have any other projects to give to the person. AI cannot eat your jobs. Again and again I'm telling you. I will explain you more about these AI. But this kind of fear marketing is not accepted. Not only that, people are getting laid off. Greed is also another factor. I will also explain about the greed in the next session also. The greed factor is also a main factor for people's layoff. If you see the softwares or technologies which they are teaching you, like the artificial intelligence, the data science, the machine learning, the deep learning, everything is available in it. Everything is available in the internet. Even the concepts are available in the internet. These kinds of things, as a college or a university student, they can study in their college itself or a university itself, take a course of artificial intelligence, data science and study that. But it does not mean it is going to eat another jobs. And apart from that, you can study this artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, deep learning by yourself also. Self-paced learning is also easy. These are not a very complicated thing.
But this involves a lot of math. To be frank, math is the backbone of any of the computer science. I will just promise you in any of the part, without maths, not even a single computer will work. Everywhere, if you go deep to deep to deep to deep, there is a math involved. There is a number. It's the backbone. The ones and zeros are the backbone of each and every software, to be frank. So, learning these kinds of concepts is not tough. And your work is also getting easier again and again. The Python had made your work very, very easier, to be frank. Now we will talk about tech. The Python is now making many of the things easier. It's making your code easier, but it doesn't mean you can make it into a funnel or like business marketing. But you need some dedicated learning for you to get into that. You need to learn dedicatedly of Python. You need to self-practice yourself. There is something called self-learning, self-practicing. You need to understand this. Even my cat is screaming on my face. That the self-dedication and practice can help. You don't need, it is not necessary to buy the courses. Certificates, I'm not sure if certificates is getting validated in this era. Because in the lockdown, I could able to see many of them have completed 600 to 700 courses, just searching the answers from the Google, and they're just putting and getting the courses, and the capstone project is done in that way. There is no purpose of these things. To be honest, you need to learn about the code. You need to learn about the software. You need to learn about the technology. You can learn it yourself also. But you do not just fear that they are not going to affect you in any cost. AI is going to help you rather than hit you. It's not your enemy. It's your assistant. AI cannot work on its own, I'm sure. AI cannot work on its own. Still, AI has a lot of problems. Still, even the machine learning, the reinforcement learning is going on. Still, there is a lot of things it needs to learn. The brain is not 100%. Do not succumb to the fears of these technologists. AI is not going to eat the jobs. It's going to create the job. It's going to create more jobs. That's what I'm saying. AI will not eat any of the job. If a technology advancement is going to eat your job in the sense, we could not able to see lot of startups and entrepreneurs, lot of business magnates in our country. Let us take an example. How many industrialists are there before independence and how many industrialists are there now? So whether these old industrialists are went into despair or doom? No, right? Still, they're also in the game. Still, their sons are in the game. Still, their heirs are in the game. They had not faltered out because of the outdated technology. And still, there are new people are also growing. In our examples, everything is going to flare down because of the advancement of technology. You could not able to see a lot of business owners coming into the picture. You see a lot of business are there right now. Previously, there was 1 or 2, 3, 4 handful of banks only. Now you could able to see a lot of banks, each and every place. You're able to see a lot of startups. Now, there is lot of options are growing, right? Lot of options. Infinite number of options are growing. See, you can able to see a fall of startups also, but I could able to see one startup falls and 4 startups rise. So there is 3 startups are hanging still. Startup can also be raised and liquidated, but they are growing more faster compared to this. If a startup does a project well and they earn from it also, they are having a life settled also. That is enough. They are getting a handful of money, they are doing the project for some time, and they are closing their company, and they will also do new venture. I had seen a lot of people doing this, creating a startup, closing this, and now creating another new startup, closing. I had seen people who had created a lot of startups, and
finally what they do is they will sit in an executive position of a big company. That is also another story. So we could able to see now India is also having its own Shark Tank. You could able to see a lot of people are sitting. You could able to see the entrepreneurs are now uncountable in India. What they said is technology is going to eat away a person's job, but it doesn't happen. Technology is going to create new jobs. There will be new job openings each and every place. See, now the country is having a lot of entrepreneurs. Finance market in our country has boomed like something. I need to be saying this honestly, not only in India, in the world. Once America was monopolizing the billionaires. Bill Gates was billionaire for a decade because he was running a computer thing. A tech guy. Now you can able to see the number one billionaire technology person was ruling the decade, not decade, nearly 50 to 60 years. You could be able to see one who is the proponent of tech rules the number one spot in the billionaires. Right now it is not. Now you could be able to see a fashion person who owns multi-fashion industry is the number one billionaire. Previously we'll say the number one billionaire is a person who owns either technology. Once it was Bill Gates or it was Elon Musk or it was Jeff Bezos. These were who were ruling the internet. Now you could be able to see who rules the internet. A fashion magnate of fashion industry. You could be able to see technology is not going to eat away people's jobs. Once if a job's use is over, you could be able to move into another job. The another job will have the same requirement, but you need to search for it. The people are becoming so insecure. You don't need to switch into technologies for your survival. If you're in birth stage, you can adapt to the niche technology. But you are architect in the same technology, you don't need to go into some other new technology. There will be a need for your technology anyways. They will use your technology somewhere. Still people are using PHP. Still people are using Linux. There are many servers are running in Unix. The technology will not be obsolete, but you need to search for the technology. There is still a demand for these kind of old technologies also. If you have command in your programming language, you can search for your jobs. You can't be jobless. Or if you learn about the concept of programming, also that's enough. Who is earning much in our company? Is it the programmers or architects or the managers? That is the answer. The fashion industry is the number one billionaire. That is the answer. Technology will not eat your jobs. We'll also give you another example. I will just give you a clear-cut information of how artificial intelligence is not going to eat your job. So I have a lot of things I need to speak, but to be honest, there will be a lot of criticisms coming in each and every side. I don't need to get entangled into these kind of things. So I will just give you straight facts. So, if you see what people said, the industry 2.0 arrives, it's going to cut jobs. The industry 3.0 comes, it's going to cut jobs. Industry 4.0 comes, it's going to cut jobs. Every time people say it's going to cut jobs. I could be able to see many people are getting hired rather than getting fired in our country. I'm not going to speak about the West. We know what's happening in West. each and every people, they want to maximize their profit, so that they are laying off like that, I will say. But not only that, there were a lot of hirings in lockdown in a very, very enormous package. So, if you see, when the COVID came, the demand for internet got higher. So, people had been required in most of the areas. Enormous requirement were there for resources in lockdown. You see, there were additional servers procured, additional softwares procured, additional technology procured, additional cloud storages are required. So in the lockdown, people are got a lot of requirements, lot of projects had started online. So there were enormous hiring from all the top companies. So people went into it easily. So that lockdown is now showing a reverse impact. Either layoffs or even IIT grads are not getting a good package like that. They are saying. So another factor I just need to say, greed. Greed kills people. So many people are so greedy. They are switching some company. They will demand a very, very, very higher package. They will get a very, very higher package. If they are getting laid off, they will get either 3 months salary. Most of the people won't be terminated, right? This termination only happens if you do something against the contract. If you are not working as per the requirements, or if you are doing damage to this company, like that only the word termination happens. But most of the places, you get laid off. Laid off is not going to affect you much. But the thing is, many openings have arrived, but people are not going for that. You know why? Greed. They will demand a very, very enormous amount of salary. A person who will work in Google will demand 1 crore. I am saying an architect level person who had worked in US and arrived in India means he will demand minimum 1 crore. I will say top companies, not only in Google, I will say Mang, or even higher companies there are there. Mang, like not only in technology. I will say people had worked in niche technologies. Top data scientists who get layoffs in an architect level will demand 1 to 2 crores for a startup. How company can afford this much? Their investment itself not this much. How can they afford? You might ask about 10 to 20% of share in the company. So there is lot of demands are there, but people are not going for it. The technology will eventually grow. People will get adapted to it, but people will need some time, that's it. But I won't accept that technology is going to eat away somebody's job. For example, if you say call centers will not get obsolete, I am sure. It will ease away the call center person's job. So you know what does a call center does? Call center is the place it helps to resolve the customer issue. Okay. How a call center, even AI, will give a chance to resolve the customer. For example, I am having an internet service provider. This internet service provider, if I have a chatbot, it is not working up to the mark. It's still in a development phase only. I don't have satisfaction on speaking to a chatbot and raising a service request rather than talking to the person, and he will understand something. There is a word called as empathy. See, this empathy is not going to be so much inside a machine. A machine could be fed with the data, but
I'm not sure that it will take some time for machines to understand the empathy among people. So the neural connections, how the neural psychology works. A psychologist, sociologist, anthropologist, they need to work with AI. It will take some time. The empathy might also come into the AI. But I'm not sure. AI cannot be so much empathic. Call centers. I could able to see call center persons are also working from home. The call center persons, they won't get their jobs. And also I need to say another thing. In India, a person working in a call center will be paid less than an AI. I'm sure. AI will cost you a lot. AI will bill you a lot. Using AI, you need a cloud. Not only cloud, you need to redirect it to a server. You need to take off all the responses. You need to have a lot of databases. So who will listen back to the cloud? Everyone, the cloud and human interaction, it will take a lot of space. The cloud provider, they will take a lot of space. You are not aware of these things. There is a lot of things behind the AI, behind the scenes of AI. You need internet, you need cloud, you need server. You need to get billed for this. You need to bill for a lot of things rather than you will hire up to 50 to 60 persons in a call center. You can't afford that much. I'm sure AI will cost you more than what you expect. The artificial intelligence are technologies, yes, but they will cost you more than what you expect. It also consumes lot of electricity. It also generates lot of heat, lot of carbon footprint. It will generate lot of things. There is something called a sustainability. Still, we need lot of think tanks to optimize this. So I could able to give a lot of problem statements to the people who are saying AI will be reducing the jobs. I'm saying it's no. Straight away I'm hitting you. It's no. More the technology had grown, more the jobs are going to grow. There is no jobs that are being reduced. I could able to see many people are getting employed day by day. Okay. Many people who are sitting in the back and they are playing games, they are also employed. In a good position. And sure, people are getting hired more than what people expect. I could able to see a lot of mechanical engineers easily adapting into the coding industry. See, that's how the technology is. Technology is making people easier to adapt. A non-technical person is also now learning artificial intelligence easily. So what happens is everything is coming into the single place. So it's now making the jobs, people to explore more jobs. Now the story begins. Anyone can go into any company, they can have an opening there. Previously, you could able to see what the clients do is they will give everything to third party. So what happens is these third parties, they will hire more people and they will get more profit. Now the story turns. The client itself is now hiring IT developers. So what he does is he is trying to build his own IT department. Then what happens? There is no job is going. New jobs are procured. New companies are coming into the picture. So now the third party, the middlemen, these things are being reduced. Okay, now the service company is now getting a crunch. And the product companies are now booming. So you can able to see product companies are hiring people rather than service companies. That's the story.
Because they're trying to expand their footprint. They are trying to be independent. They don't want to indulge in many of the third parties they are hiring, giving a business. They're trying to make it on their own. There are more of IT professionals are getting hired into a lot of companies like this. But people are not so, okay, I will go for this company. There are still many vacancies are there. But people are not okay. I can't work in this much salary. No, I can't work in this company. They are not giving me proper salary. There is also that thing. That is not a wrong thing, I would say. It is also a right thing. So, the person who are creating startups must also know how to give standards. How to give a salary in standards. In industry level standards, they need to give salary. I had asked to some persons that they are having their firms, they are having their companies. They are saying, I need a lot of people to work for me, but they are not okay. They are not coming for joining me. So there is a lot of openings are also there, but people are not coming. Why, you know? Because the startup people are not so aware of how to give a salary correctly. So there is now an opening coming in a finance, an accounting. So now there is a demand for people with finance backgrounds. If there is a startup coming, definitely you need a CFO. Because finance is one of the most important thing for a company. You need to give salary as same as how you give in a service company. You need to give with taxes. You need to see each and everything in finance matters, nook and corner. You need to know about provident fund. You need to know about allowances. You need to know about how many leaves you need to give per year. So these kind of things are also there. So for me, my thought is when the technology grows, jobs will eventually grow. Previously, 2 generations before, everyone was planning for a secure job. 2 generations after me, they will try to create a own company. They will be self-reliant. A lot of freelancers will come. So these things will also happen. Hourly rates, hourly tuitions. These things are also happening in current world. I could able to see many of my friends are taking hourly tuitions, having their own startups. For an hour they charge this much, and hourly designers, freelance architects. Like this new jobs they are sitting at home and doing. So the jobs will not get eliminated. Even if lot of technologies grow, it will make your jobs easier and you will be self-reliant. Okay, I'm here to conclude you. Before that, I will just tell you a short story. The steam concept, 200 years before, they were used in railways. Now, railways don't even use steam. The steam concept is completely vanished. Yes or no? Many will say yes, no. The steam engine concept is vanished. The concept of steam is not vanished. You will say no. Now the steam had moved into power plants. So if they are working in some field, now the technology had moved into another location. So the concept of steam previously applied in railways, now it is used to generate power. And now you see about the electricity, the generation of electricity. Previously it was electrical engineering. Now it was electrical and electronic engineering. So electricity is now becoming even more demand. The electronics is an invention of chemistry and electricity. So, the mechanical engineering, whether it got obsolete, the design principles are still into the picture. The design of machine elements, the strength of materials, the fluid mechanics, the solid mechanics, mechanical and civil, whether they got obsolete. No.
They are still in the game. They are the oldest brands. They are still in the game. There they got obsolete. Hey, the mechanical don't have jobs in the industry. No, they got evolved. The civil engineering now they are involved in material science of making new innovations in cement technology and also in design. Design areas, mechanical and civil people are only shining. They are just evolved the technology. Civil people are doing structural engineering, CAD or materials. They are working in cement-based engineering and also in sand-based engineering. Also, they are working. You see, mechanical engineering in coal and petroleum industries. They are working in power plants, generating how to generate electricity in an efficient way like this, using the use of steam, thermal energies. Not only that, in automobiles, how they are mixing with electronics. So, the concept of electrical vehicles, whether these automobiles will go completely into the hands of electrical engineering, there comes the concept of design again. Ergonomics, the fitting, assembly. The manufacturing of car itself is a mechanical engineering concept. Inside that only electronics will come, a motor. So whether the electrical engineers need to go to CAD, that will also be a new thing. So now the electrical engineers need to learn CAD. Electrical engineers will learn automobile engineering. Soon you'll see a lot of electrical engineers will have a syllabus called as automobile engineering. But this will be completely of an electric motor, of an electrical vehicle, hybrid electrical vehicle. So, a decade before in engineering, I will just tell you a story. Most of the electrical and electronics and instrumentation engineers, they were studying thermodynamics, fluid mechanics. But currently they are not studying right now. But I am sure that they need to study this again, because soon the automobile engineers might come into the story. Either the mechanical engineers, they are going to learn the electrical systems, or the electrical engineers are going to learn about the design. So, there is something also called as design engineering is also there. Design principles, product design, everything. And also, now you get able to see a lot of space startups. Could you be able to imagine this? 25 years before, whether you can able to create your own company and launch a rocket, launch a satellite. From the rocket, you will get a satellite and launch it to Earth and create a probe. Now you can do it. We're having a small space startups. So if you have a lump sum of money, you give them a project, they can also give you a small satellite hanging in the space, and you could able to make your own network. You can able to create your own internet. That is also possible. Lot of opportunities grows. If you are having artificial intelligence, why you need to be so insecure? Use the artificial intelligence to learn much concepts in an easier way. AI can be your teacher. AI can teach you. You need to learn only. AI can teach you a lot of things. AI can also teach you cloud computing. AI can also help you in Copilot. If you don't know about the code, AI can explain you. AI is not going to say no. Why you need to explain? I'm going to replace you. AI does not have anything like that. AI don't have the psychology. See, that's what I say. There is no psychologist or sociologist, anthropologist coming into the AI and teaching it emotions. It will take some time for AI to learn emotions. So, what I am saying to you people is, AI will be a helper. AI will assist you. AI is not going to eat you. Okay? Don't fear the technology.
technology cannot run without humans. And also, you don't demean the technology also. Technology cannot run without the humans' help. Now, even I think there are lot of defense-related startups that also come. So there is openings everywhere. There is a private competitor for an equal government company. You can even create your private. No. I don't want to make private government. That will go to the story of Shivaji the Basmant. Leave that. That's not the concept I am speaking about. If you want to know about that, you can go to my previous podcast. So I'm telling you a story. Artificial intelligence can help you. Can help you in checking your documents, can help you in spellings, can help you everywhere. Can help you even in cracking a joke. If you want to ask artificial intelligence to crack a joke, you can crack a joke. It's still in a butt stage. Why you're fighting with a baby? A baby cannot take your job. The automation process is happening still. But people are not losing jobs in a very, very larger case. The people who are in need of jobs, they're demanding much of salary. I could able to see. The greed is the only problem, to be frank. Greed will be the only problem why people are not getting the jobs. They're expecting more. They are not going into a middle company, and also I will not only blame the greed. I will also blame the hirers. They also be so acceptable. They also need to deal perfectly with finances. If you need to create jobs, you need to become, as a big business owner, you need to regulate your finances. You need to give a good salary to a person who is having a knowledge. You need to give a perfect salary in the industry standards. You need to have empathy. You need to have a business mindset. You need to have a finance mindset. You need to have something called as human touch. You need to have each and every quality of a good leader. It's easy to create a startup, but it is not easy to make it into a unicorn. You need to make it into a multi-conglomerate. It is not easy. You need to give people jobs. You need to show empathy. You need to support these people. You need to make them to, yes, join my company. I will give you a good salary. I will share you profits. I will put a share on you. You need to give him a trust. You should not leave them. Then only people will come into your company. There is now two sides of a coin. People are not getting jobs, or people are not getting employees. The employer is also suffering. The employees is also suffering. New company startup owners are asking people to work into their company, but people are not coming into the company because they are just scared whether if your company falls out, you need to go. Then we don't have any job. There is a problem with security. If they get into a top company, they think, yes, they settled. So you need to learn much. A business owner, a business creator need to learn a lot about each and everything. So, this is what the thing is. I'm reiterating why I'm saying it again and again. You might say, this podcast is so repetitive. He's saying technology is not going to affect people. It will only help people like that. But still technology only troubles me like that. Why I'm reiterating it? See? Because I don't want people to get scared of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence will grow faster only if people help. And artificial intelligence will support you. People can learn what they need. It will reduce your cost. What if you say it will reduce your expenses? You can able to do a lot of things. You can reduce your cost. For example, if you need to ask income tax, if you need to file an income tax, in the sense if you ask artificial intelligence to do the taxation calculation, can reduce it. Artificial intelligence can help you personally. Okay, some of the things you can able to do. If you need to learn about some points in law, or some if you are left out somewhere, if you need a therapy like something, even the artificial intelligence can also give you a slight therapy. You can't be left out. It can also help you in lonely times when you are feeling left out. It could also give you a lot of suggestions to speak with people. You can also get a lot of memes and lot of concepts. Even AI can generate memes. It can give you a finest memes. It can also give you a lot of fun. AI can also pick you a lot of fun, and also it will also give you be you a good teacher. It can also reduce the cost of going to tuitions. It can also set alarms. It can also create a test. It can also set a timer for that. It can help you to learn easily. See, there is lot of things you can do with artificial intelligence. It can able to cut your cost. It can also make your life easy also. But people are thinking of the other side only. It will make me to lose the job. Like that. Artificial intelligence is also helping people to code faster. So like this, lot of things, lot of breakthroughs people could be done with the help of artificial intelligence. So instead of library, you can able to, if you are asking any doubt in a concept with AI, it could also help you. That's what I'm saying. Make your artificial intelligence as your assistant or your pal. Okay. Don't bang your head that it is going to threaten you. And also don't fall into the traps of these advertisements, news. See, I've got fed up of these things. And I'm also not satisfied with the comments that people give artificial intelligence going to eat you. Who will get eaten, right? The people who are speaking like that, they will be eaten sooner. I'm sure. They are teaching you 4 technologies. That technologies will also transform sometime. If they are using today this one, they will go to another technology. So, the learning mindset should not stop. I just want people to not stop their learning mindset. That will, the people who are having that learning mindset, right, they will survive. This is my point. Please understand that. Thank you for listening to my podcast, and I will also share you some of the things what you do. Do I need to search content and I need to wait for it? It's not like that. I was thinking of speaking of a lot of concepts, but I'm not sure what concept I need to speak for this 2 to 3 months. I'm not even sure to speak what. So I just took some time, frame, a gap, big gap. I just want to search much about what I need to study. So, to give you guys a motivation, I don't want people to be scared of something which is not going to make a bigger impact. There is not going to be much of a firing because of you don't get updated to the technology. That's a myth. Humbug. People who are dedicated to their work, they will shine. There is something beyond work. You need to learn much about how the company process works. You need to learn about your company to survive in your company. You need to learn about how your managers function. You need to speak with people. That only will make you survive in an organization. You need to blend with the organization. That will not make you endangered or left out. You need to be happy. Don't fear because of these kinds of threatening, course threatening. I will be most depressed if people started to do like this and they are selling courses on fear marketing, fear mongering people and selling their courses. That's not fair. People are leaving big organizations and they are selling courses right now. Do you know why? That's what I'm saying. Greed. Again, the word greed comes into the picture. People are becoming so greedy That is why they are leaving the company. I could able to see lots of greed mindset of people who are working in a big company. That is why they are leaving their organization. A person says, a person working in a top company, if having a next salary, he could able to get more of a salary when he is selling his courses. So like this only, people are already planning their entrepreneurial mindset. That is why I am saying, please don't fret for technology. Technology is not going to make you obsolete. You need to be in sync with technology. You need to be in sync with what your company process is going on. Everything you need to learn in and out. That's how you will survive in your life, in your walks of life. Not only in company, in your family also same thing. This is not only for a company or family or technology. It is relative. Okay? In a physicist point of view, it is relative. You need to blend with something if you want to survive with something. You need to think of 2 to 3 steps ahead. That is called as a conservatism principle. In accounts, what they say, it is a conservatism. You need to be forewarned of your negative things, and you don't need to take much of an importance on your positive things. So like that, you need to be having a slight conservative mindset in how these technologies will work and how your management moves. You also need to know what is the next move your management is going to be. You need to move like them. You need to follow them. Then you can easily survive the organization. You also need to speak with some higher ups also. Then you will survive with them. That's how this works. And keep listening to my podcast, and also please give me a lot of suggestions to do in 1-2 topics. Thank you.